Okay, everyone, let's just say you're a hiring manager. You're at Foot Locker. Would you hire Donald Trump? If you didn't know who he was, just some guy off the street who writes like Donald Trump and speaks like him, making 18,500 plus commission. I don't think I would hire him. No way. Even at Foot Locker. Okay, enjoy this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tabor Talk. So getting right into this. I was going to download something through savefrom.net and put it on my YouTube channel. But you know what? I'm just going to show a couple of clips here from my phone. So yesterday, I posted something on YouTube about Trump failing basic literacy tests, right? So when I say Trump is illiterate, it's not just for effect. Trump reads at a third grade level. No shit, right? So when I say Trump has never read a book in his life, a 73-year-old man has never read a book in its entirety, ever, in his whole stupid life. It's not just for effect. It's the truth, all right? So I'm going to play a little bit here. This is something from the Ring of Fire. He's got 461,000 subscribers, so he's doing pretty good. And it's called Mentally, just bits and pieces, Mentally Unstable Trump Claims the Wheel Was Invented in America. This is hilarious. And I'll comment further afterwards. I mean, think about this. This guy, Trump, the president of the United States, a billionaire, with planes with his name on, is illiterate, can't read. And you know what? If you met a guy off the street and he just had a conversation, if he were not Donald Trump, it's like, I don't even think I would hire you for Foot Locker. I don't know. I don't think you'd be able to handle it. Burger King, any of this. I mean, this guy has just stepped in shit his whole life. Like I used to say, like, there's nothing remarkable about Trump. He's just an average guy. He's just a loudmouth. And it's incredible how fortunate he is, because he's someone with no talent has become a billionaire and ultimately the president of the United States. I'm going to go further. I think he's below average, you know? I mean, there are a lot of dumb fuckers in this country, that's true. But, okay, let me get right into this and I'll comment, okay? Mentally unstable Trump. Ready? Okay, the circle's going. I'm downstairs in my unfinished...
Sat down with a reporter from CNBC while they were at the World Economic Forum in Davos. And Donald Trump, when asked about Elon Musk, U.S. intellectual property, and inventors in general in this country, went into one of the most incoherent rants we've ever heard the president give us. And here it is.
Tesla's now worth more than GM and Ford. Do you have
this is
hilarious. Elon Musk?
Well, you have to give him credit. I spoke to him very recently, and he's also doing the rockets. He likes rockets, and he does good at rockets, too, by the way.
My God.
I never saw where the engines come down with no wings, no anything, and they're landing. I said, I've never seen that before. And I was worried about him because he's one of our great geniuses, and we have to protect our genius. You know, we have to protect Thomas Edison, and we have to protect all of these people that came up with originally the light bulb and the wheel and all of these things. And he's one of our very smart people, and we want to cherish those people.
He's
That's
just
very
so
important.
awful.
But he's done a very good job. Shocking how well, how it's come so fast. I mean, you go back a year, and they were talking about the end of the company, and now all of a sudden they're talking about these great things. He's going to be building a very big plant in the United States. He has to, because we help him, so he has to help us.
The wheel, that amazing American invention, the wheel, who I guess before the U.S. invented the wheel, nobody could move anything ever. We just had to carry it. And if we couldn't carry it, oh well, got to wait for those wonderful Americans to invent that wheel. Here's the thing, folks. The earliest recording of human beings using the wheel for transport goes back to, at earliest, 3,500 BC, right? So we're talking thousands and thousands of years before the United States existed as a country. I mean, for the most part, before any kind of international laws existed, let alone intellectual property laws anywhere on the planet. The wheel is in the public domain. It was not a United States invention, not invented by anybody who ever knew the United States would ever become a thing. And here we have the President of the United States claiming in an interview that we got to protect it. We got to protect that patent, that U.S. intellectual property. This is more than just Donald Trump saying something stupid. This is Donald Trump saying something stupid on an international stage about something that's completely untrue to begin with. He should know better. If you were to meet someone on the street
Exactly.
and they told you that the wheel was invented by an American, you would automatically assume that that person has an IQ below room temperature, right? And yet the president goes out there, says this publicly in an interview that is now available for anybody who wants to watch
It's
it.
just so
And we got to
embarrassing.
live with that. We got to live with this crazy guy as our president, let alone the fact that earlier in that little clip we just showed, he's talking about somebody being good at rockets. Not really great at science or engineering, good at rockets. He make good rocket go fast, boom, in sky. This is insane, folks. And so is the president of the United States. As a country, we deserve better.
Let me. All right.
You know, I know we talk about.
All right. So I mean, just try to imagine if he were not Donald Trump, just some guy you met, like the way he speaks and the way he tweets, and like, oh, the wheel was invented by Thomas Edison, or he might even say, like, he's so fucking dumb, like, the wheel was invented by Elon Musk. I mean, the guy, like, you would say, man, you are dumb as fuck. Like, get the fuck, you know? I mean, it's just insanity that we are okay with this. I mean, hopefully in November he's gone. But what gets me is, like, I hear people like on the right, they'll say, I don't like any of the candidates who are running on the Democratic platform. You have Bernie and Biden and Warren and Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard, and they go, I'm really not crazy about them. I go, well, dude, how can you get any worse? The guy is illiterate, like, let alone he's an asshole, he's a scumbag, and his policies are just, some people actually like his policies on the right, which is preposterous. Like, I mean, I guess if you're towing the Republican line, I understand what they're saying, but man, don't you have any ethics or morals? Like, do you have such a low regard for the office of the presidency? Like, this is, and by the way, when he's gone, there are going to be consequences for this, for having an illiterate asshole. You know, we are a nation of laws based on precedent. We don't even know how much damage this moron in the White House has done. So here's a guy I used to be a recruiter, right? So I used to work in the pharmaceutical biotech industries, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm just saying, I've interviewed many people in my life, hundreds, thousands perhaps. Like, I would not hire this guy to work at the fry station at Burger King. Really. I think he'd be over in his head at, say, Foot Locker. He's that stupid. But there you go. So what I wanted to say is, like, you're saying, like, oh, I don't think Biden, I don't like him. I'm going to vote for Trump because, the lesser of two evils. You can't get any lower. Like, why don't you just put in I don't know, like a koala, like someone on life support? I mean, if you have that low respect, that a low regard for the office of the presidency, like, you don't give a shit, like, does it matter? All right. I'm kind of not, it used to kind of piss me off. Like, I'm trying to be mellow. I'm just going with it. I'm like, this is outrageous that we have this moron as the president, and I'm just kind of like, I'm kind of having a good time with it. Like, I'm just watching the freak show, as George Carlin would say. Enjoy the freak show. Okay, Tabor Talk. I'm doing this one downstairs. I'm 8.5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed that. It is crazy out there. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. Peace, love, and understanding here on Tabor Talk.